Everybody knows who Abraham Lincoln is? God, I hope so. All right? I was going to say, I feel third grade, and I know who Abraham Lincoln is, so I hope you guys do. All right? How many people know who the 21st president was? Everybody knows who Babe Ruth was? Right? Most people will. Babe Ruth, one of the best baseball players ever. And everybody knows who batted before him? And no, it wasn't Lou Gehrig. He batted after. He was a Hall of Famer, won the same championships, part of Murderers Row, but very few people know who he was. Yeah, everybody knows Michael Jordan. He was the best basketball player ever. Who was his backup center on the second three-peat? Did the same thing, won 3 championships, great team, was on the team that they called the best team ever. What point am I getting at by bringing this up? I didn't want to say my opinion. Fact is, and we can prove it by what we're talking about, it's not what you do, it's how you do what you do that matters. You could be a president that everybody will revere and never forget, or you could be the 21st president when most people in this room didn't even know who he was, and he was the president of the United States. All right, you could be a Hall of Famer on one of the best baseball teams ever created and be forgotten. I'm sure you go to your normal coffee shop or whatever you get in the morning or your routine, and you're like, oh, I love that this person's here every time. They just make this coffee just right, right? Like you're laughing because you're like, oh, yeah, he knows me, right? No, and it's because they're both serving you coffee. What's the difference? How they do what they do. So if that's the case, no matter where you are, if you're a street sweeper or president, you can do a job that everybody will forget, or you can do a job that everybody will remember what you did. You can make the impact you want to make right where you are. But it's how you do what you do, not what you do, that matters. And everybody knows Robin Williams. He's probably the funniest dude I've ever seen. And it got him. Like, it can get any of us. Like, he did everything he sought out to do. But he still didn't hit where he needed to. He wasn't connected. He had those holes that he never filled, and then he tried to fill them with drugs. And then he ended it with taking his own life. Suicide is something we don't talk about. We don't talk about nearly enough. Like, we have to be very honest and open in the space, because that's how we know we're not alone. And when we know we're not alone, we can connect with one another. And then we save lives. You wouldn't be here, right, if you didn't care, if you didn't want it to be better, right, if you didn't want to help more and be more efficient doing it. So this is a way we can help each other in our communities, in our houses, right, in our businesses, just by doing these simple things. So I challenge you, I beg you, I plead with you to live such a life where you never die twice, where they're always going to mention your name, because the impact you had, because what you gave, you have an opportunity to make impact, you care. Right? Be willing to connect at deeper levels and open up and never die twice.